Holy cow. I can barely pick it up. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, that looks unreal. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Elley Knows Rocks. Today I am standing at the Pleiades Mine in Nevada, and we are going to be looking for opalized fluorite. I'm here with Michelle and Vince today, the claim owners, to find some amazing pieces. I'm going to talk about the geology of the area, the faulting action, and the post-mineralization that is creating this awesome fluorite. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this adventure. Let's go see what we dig up. For those of you who are new, I'm Elley Ringo, an economic geologist, independent geologic consultant, and an avid rockhound. I love being outside and enjoying the rocks and minerals around me, exploring the unknown and finding amazing things, all while explaining the geology, sharing some fun earth science facts, and encouraging you to get outdoors. So I hope you subscribe and become part of the adventure. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea what I'm gonna go do today. I'm going to go look for gorgeous fluorite that has been opalized. No, I'm not even kidding. This isn't a joke. I am so excited about this. I have found fluorite in a couple different places, but nothing compares to the Pleiades Mine. And the Palladian stone that they have here is absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to go find some, so let's go. We're getting ready to dig within that big old pit. Sunrise, it's about 6:40 a.m. and we are ready to find some amazing looking fluorite today. So exciting, this is so freaking cool. I have been waiting to find fluorite for the longest time, and we're gonna go down and look at what he just uncovered. You guys, check this out. Look at this. Gorgeous aqua greens, purples with that opal going right through the middle. There's an entire giant vein of it right here coming in off of this huge fault line. The clay gouge is one of the keys to making this stuff form the way that it forms, and we'll talk about that later. Look at that. Okay, let's grab a tool real quick. We're just gonna dig away on some of this. Look at that piece. Oh man. All right, holy crap. You guys, look how green, purple, blue. Isn't that awesome? Holy crap. This is a gorgeous little vein right here. Man. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Oh, is that? Nope. That's just the granite, the host rock here. It's the stuff that gets all beaten up and turns into this funky clay gouge that we're digging in. Wow. Holy cow. Oh, I should take my glove off. I didn't do that. Look at that, you guys. Look how gorgeous that is. The purples and greens. We're gonna wash these off pretty soon too. Show the camera. It's okay, that's awesome looking. You got little crystals on top. Yeah. Yeah. You have little points. That's pretty cool. It's neat. Wow. Should I get my bigger, like, leverage hammer? Or because I just have my big old pick. Oh, I don't want to hurt it either. Oh, okay. Oh, that's working. Okay, it's in a couple pieces. That's okay. Oh, look at that. It's a little fractured. Look how dark it is. And that clay on there, that clay is preserving crystals. This is all fault gouge from this granitic rock that this fault ran through. was a fluid conduit for all of this fluorite to actually crystallize the way that it did. There was enough calcium, fluorine, and other elements within this entire fluid conduit of hydrothermal fluid that was pushing up to allow this fluorite to become the color it is today. We have elements like manganese, iron, titanium, uranium. Oh, there's another one that begins with a Y, yttrium, that are giving this awesome color. It also allows it to fluoresce in the colors that it does. Holy cow. Oops, oops, oops. Oh, golly. It's like, look, there's been a root that went through it.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that interesting? Like at one point in time, it's like, what? Woo! Oh, this looks pretty too. Oh my gosh, there's so much of it in this vein. Oh, that's super pretty. I do too. Huh? Yeah, go for it. Yeah, grab one of those and wash it, and let's see what it looks like. That's amazing, isn't it? Like, it's so scary. I don't want to hurt the pieces at all. How neat. Oh, wow. I need to get a good shot of this clay, because even the clay is purple. Look at this. Right in here. Look how the clay is slightly purple. See how that's that purpley pink? Right in here. This is just a funky clay fault gouge. Isn't that amazing? Now this is most likely a smectite clay, so it is going to swell, and that's because of the weathering feldspars within the granite host rock. It's all volcanic, so this contains enough calcium and fluorine, and so does the other country rock that's being influenced by hydrothermal fluid while the fluorite is forming. Guys, look at how gorgeous that is. It's small, it's been fractured, but whoa, those are the colors we're talking about. This is a really good indication of having really, really mineral rich fluid here and how it tapers off. And what this came out of the ground in like this sort of representation. All of this has been pre-tilted. So the granite was deposited, everything's usually deposited like a pancake. When different ranges are being pushed up, they get tilted. Then fluid starts to come through. So depending on finding this in certain orientations in the veins could indicate whether this was with original deposition of the rock, meaning laid in the same orientation, but I don't think so. And then fault action would pushed it up, grinded all of this material into clay. Hydrothermal fluid would have been pushed up, leaching the minerals out, and then depositing them into these beautiful colors. So cool. Thank you. Wow, Holly just pulled this off the wall. You can see where the fluorite filtered into, and it's even got cubes. So it had enough time and a giant fluid saturation pocket in order to form those cubes. That's so cool. Good job.
Did I break the other stuff?
Oh, look at that on the bottom. Oh, here, you can flip it over. It's all over the bottom.
Oh my God, look
Here,
at that piece.
Look, you've got cubes now.
Oh, that's what I wanted.
Awesome. I'm just getting a film of it. Look, there's two big old pieces that are coming out right here. No, stop. This big one. Look how pretty and like the green is. Just green. Hang on, but then this one, I was digging on this right here. My little guys.
Oh my God, just a big one.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Oh, look at that.
Holy cow. Look at the color. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
Look at your face.
Ow, look.
Oh wow, it's even got a little cave in it.
Look at the little mud that's forming. Let's see what else is in there. Okay, I can do this, I promise. Holy
my gosh.
cow. I can barely pick it up. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Holy cow. Like, oh man.
Throw it right there and I'll come down and get it in a second.
There's no throwing it. Oh wow. My gosh. And that was gonna fall apart anyways. That whole, like, just vein right there of yuckiness. Oh, I bet that's gonna look so cool. Cleaned. You guys, if you're liking what I'm doing and what you're seeing, and any of the information that you get from my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment on this video, share it with a person who loves geology or just a crazy person tearing rocks out of a wall. Again, it's the #1 free way to support your favorite creator is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much, and let's continue finding fluorite.
This is the big piece that I pulled out of the ground. This was going to naturally break off because it had an entire layer of clay in between the two pieces. So it had broken a long time before I got there. But look at the rind on the outside. Beautiful deep purples. And I actually put it into another iron out bath that got rid of all of that iron. I scrubbed the clay off. But this, hands down, my favorite piece. It weighs a freaking ton, but it was so worth it.
You guys, I am here with the claim owners. This is Vince and Michelle, and this is the reason why I'm out here. I met these guys because of Steve, thanks Steve, at the Quartzite Powwow show. So you guys, if you just would, please introduce yourselves. Tell me a little bit about your claim and the passion that's around it.
Yeah, I'm Michelle. This is Vince Dyer. Our other partner is Michael O'Donnell. This is our claim. It's a really cool story behind it. Started with this guy.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I used to mine turquoise out here. And so I grew up in this whole valley. Like, years and years, we didn't know town, we didn't know none of that stuff. We found these little purple rocks in the valley down there. I was out here with my dad and my mom and whatnot. We just kind of rock hounding. Found them. Dad's like, oh, it's fluorite, you know, the whole works. We never thought about it again. And about 30 years later, we decided
we were
that
working
we were
for
working with somebody and they wanted to get into mining. So they gave us the freedom and said, here, explore with my son and let's see what we guys can find. And that didn't work out. They wanted to close down their operations for this, but we decided to keep forward with it. And
And push forward, the two of us, and found Michael.
We spent the summer figuring out where this came from. We figured out who the mine owners were through a friend of ours, and then we started negotiating prices, and 2 years later, we owned it.
That is amazing. And so
There's a lot in that 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Shorten that for everybody.
that was the Reader's Digest version.
Yeah, the Reader's Digest.
Yeah.
And you guys allow people to come out here and then be on the claim.
We do ask people to come out. We do pay digs. We love having people that they actually get to take this material. If you call us on the phone and you want to buy some, you come out and dig your own, you're going to get it for way cheaper. But you get to find your own rocks.
And you're the first person to ever see it when you pull it out of the ground.
I know that is one of the most special parts about being like a rock hound is that's yours.
Yes.
You saw me pull out that baby today. I was so freaking excited. It was awesome.
She said, Michelle, come here. And I said, no.
Michelle
Why
said,
do I say no? Because I'm a rock hound and a rock lover, and doing this for a business is very hard. But once you start to like work on them with the cab machines, or even if just cleaning them, and then you see them go from dirty to beautiful, you get attached. You get so attached to them. I actually give it up to the people that do this for a living and sell rocks. It's
yeah, the level of non-attachment to something that's an inanimate object for people that do this for a living, I don't understand, because every one of them like, no, I know when, where, who I was with, and what I was doing when I found that rock. I knew if I hurt myself, if I got stitches, if I broke something, if whatever happened, you know what it was. And a true rock hound loves that. Yeah.
There's a story with every rock.
Yeah, and there's something about that, and I don't know, there's something about a community of rock hounds that's awesome. We're all inner hoarders. This is the truth.
Yeah.
And you know, it's something amazing. Thank you guys. If you want to come out and see what they're doing, all of the information to get a hold of them is in the description, including their Facebook. They do wonderful videos, and Michelle is awesome on the cabbing. Vince makes amazing stands. It is so pretty once they're done with it. You will just be blown away. So please go check them out.
Come visit us.
Oh wow, look at that. Look how pretty that is. Big old veins.
Yeah.
That's completely different.
Here, now this has got some palladian stone in it. It's not super colorful, but it's right.
Oh, yep.
But look how solid that is. Yeah. There's no cracks.
It's so pretty.
So, and this stuff will just come out of right here. I brought
Oh, I'm gonna be pulling that apart. Heck yeah. He gave me a power tool. All right, so you were just working along in this?
Yeah, so this is your vein right here. All of this, this is fluorite.
Yeah.
I think this is fluorite. This is fluorite. This is fluorite.
Yeah.
But
We just got to check off the existing
just
wall.
drive it in right there. It's really soft too, and it will just like fall over.
Sweet. Oh man, I'm gonna hopefully not ruin your drill. Cause they're just gorgeous pieces. I know they're small, but oh wow. No, yeah, no, I can't. There's no way I can't pull that off of there. It's some of, ooh, they're Palladian stone. Oh, wow. Look at that. And it is solid, solid. Like there are no fractures in this. And that is the beautiful Palladian stone. The iron will all clean up off of this with iron out. Really scrub up. This is where those gorgeous, gorgeous slabs come from of that opalized fluorite, which is a whole nother process. But basically, silica-rich fluid, oxygen, and water are getting in there to intermix with the fluorite in order to make the opal. Holy cow. It's beautiful. Wow. Vince, this stuff is just stunning.
Oh, look at the bitroidal top too.
Oh, I got one.
Oh wow, that is.
Yeah. Oh, cool, Holly, look. Like the little bots on top of it.
That's gonna turn out so pretty with pink. That way too, and then I come out with like a quarter of a truckload. So.
Holly, look how pretty that is. Wow. Like, I don't think it's that warm. I think it's just we've been working. Here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Check this out.
Maybe.
Look how cool that is, though. That vein, I can't believe it just runs through the wall. I can believe it, but it's just the point of actually seeing it in person.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Holy crap.
Dendrites on it too.
Can you get a little closer to the camera? Yeah, no, you're good. And what's the top look like? Oh, wow. Oh, that is wild. Look at that. Each one of these would have either been a fluid conduit or these are actually could be ridge marks from an old fault line. Holy cow, that's cool. I can't take credit for pulling that off the wall, but look at the roots, the way they've come down in there. Look at that. Just a solid vein of fluorite. Holy crap. The fault gouge right beside it. Also, though, the amount of iron that was in there probably from the hydrothermal fluid as well. Same reason that hot springs stink. Oh my gosh. Fluorite could be anywhere along fault lines that have cut through this granite. This is truly a beautiful area. Let's talk a little bit about the rugged geology behind me. What we're looking at, and the main host rock for the fluorite, is a granite. Now this is an intrusive igneous rock, and the age range is quite huge, from tens of millions of years old up to 1 billion years old in some of the areas in Nevada. The cool things about this granite is it has been really, really altered over time. So the way that this formed, magma underground pooled up and cooled slowly underground, allowing this granite to absorb all of the minerals and create small crystal and texture that we can see. And then over more time, that granite was pushed to the surface by some kind of tectonic activity. And after it got to the surface, it started to weather off. So it was bombarded by wind and rain and sand and just shaping the rock into what we see. Some of it, like the ones behind me, have been fractured so much from the faults in the area that you can see big joint sets that go through. Well, over more time, right before the rock would have kind of popped through the surface of the surrounding ground and all of everything would have weathered away from it, it was fractured. And it was fractured greatly by the fault sets in the area, or the fault zone. Now there are 7 different faults that I can see alone from this hilltop. And each one of these faults cuts through that mountain over there. Fault, 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 all running up through in different angles, and you can see it go through. It's almost like a saddle, and you see the mountain drop down a little bit. Well, hydrothermal fluid was dissolving that fluorine and calcium and allowing it to bond together to create fluorite. Now, with more time, as that really, really rich fluid was extracting other elements out of the rock, like iron, uranium, titanium, magnesium, manganese, to create all these gorgeous colors of fluorite. When we see these little pockets of fluorite like we saw today that have really cool crystal growth in them, it means that that fluid was so saturated and it had enough time to cool in there, because fluid saturation plus time equals beautiful crystal growth. And of course you need the space to do it. So a little bit of a vug. So it would have been a bigger area within that fault zone. Another thing that's kind of cool is that fault action on these rocks happened for quite a while before any of the fluorite and that rich fluid was able to form in there. And I'm imagining there was probably a lot of gases that came up and made bubbles big enough in the fault gouge for all of that fluorite to form in there perfectly. The fault gouge is the clay that's in there that's right along that fluorite. And it's actually protecting the crystal growth. It's a smectite clay. It already was hydrated, so it's nice and soft and squishy, and it stays that way until it hits air. After it hits air, it's gonna harden really, really hard, and it's gonna have these little tiny cracks through it. Well, if it stays wet and moist, then the fluorite had time to imprint into it and basically grow in different shapes that would have been the most perfect crystalline growth. Kind of like how you find those perfect cubes of pyrite in Spain. They all come out of a very soft clay. There's just enough room for the crystals to grow, because the eutectic point is going to be at a temperature that is perfect for the area, or perfect for the mineralization, as to not include that clay into the fluorite. Let's keep digging for fluorite. Look what Holly just pulled out of the ground. Thing's huge. That's awesome. Vince is working over here, and he just pulled out some of the really cool Pleiadian stone. Look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. Get a representation, like that's the size of my foot. The stone is huge. There's big old boulders of it. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Let's see, what are we getting ourselves into? Look at this. Look how it just runs through. Wow. Holy cow. Look at that. Oh, this was that nugget. Oh, now I see where he's at. Oh my gosh, this whole piece is giant seam of fluorite. This has some of your Pleiadian stone in it too. Yeah. You can see the white bands.
We get lots of beautiful colors of Pleiadian stone.
I should have brought my...
That's so funny. That sounds like satisfying.
I know, because you know that it's wiggling loose and like... Yeah! Look at that! We got little, falling apart cubes, unfortunately. But look at the white with the purple and the striping. Oh my gosh, you even have like little offsets in it, which could have been either country rock or microfaults within the rock. Just,
That was a big one right there.
this, I hope it comes out good. It should. Oh, there it goes. Holy crap. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. That is a display piece for somebody who wants something amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get some of the smaller chunks behind it though. Like, this is the size that I can take home. Again, Dan, you're not watching my videos, but sometimes he pops up on my live and then tells people that he's giving my rocks away. This is not cool.
Everything.
Yeah. You okay? You okay? Yep. Nice. That's really cool. Little tiny cubes like that. Oh, oh!
Oh, that's cool. You don't want to balance up with this one, right?
Yeah.
Move. Move. He's not moving. Oh, you little turd.
Scorpions are so gross.
Oh, there he is.
Vince, you want to shut that door, babe?
Yep.
I want to drain this.
Look at him.
This out.
We do that when we get home.
No, because it's water. Look at that.
Look at each one of these are one of the stones from the mine. Inappropriate rock. No, you could totally point that out. Holly's over here like laughing. But look at that. Opalized palladium stone. My absolute favorite. Gorgeous rind on top. A beautiful, beautiful purple rind, almost creating crystals, but not quite. The in between the fractures would have been recrystallized with some form of either other fluorite or like a quartz, some kind of a silicate. And this is how gorgeous this stuff looks. Ooh, I can't wait to wash mine off. A big old bucket.
After a hard day of mining fluorite, what better way to end a day than going to Spencer Hot Springs?
Haven't been to a hot spring since we were at Camp Kick Turd. So, Nevada road opals, check it out. Really big rabbits. I'm a fan of very hot springs. This is 111 right now, you guys. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Look at that. A natural hot spring. Yes. That's probably about 105. Like a hot tub. About to get into a hot spring.
Spencer Hot Spring is a natural hot spring located in Monitor Valley in the Big Smoky Valley. It's in central Nevada and it's just outside of Austin, Nevada. It's free to go. It's on BLM land. You just need to be extremely respectful. You need to pack it in, pack it out. The water temperature, as you can see, varies greatly. But this entire area has beautiful, beautiful views of the Toyabe Mountains. And you can sit here and relax. You can see burrows and just absorb the hot water and all of its wonderful properties. Seriously, it is the best thing for your muscles after a long, hard day. You can even camp out here for free. But again, be respectful. On the way home, stopping at the gas station, this is what we encountered.
That's a baby. For goodness sake. Oh my gosh. You are really cute. Can we just, please don't hurt me. They're a little bit friendly.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, I know. Okay, people want your photo. Bye, sweetie. That's a little bit wild. How cute they are.
We ended the day with a sunset and a campfire. Seriously, this was way outdoing any Arizona sunset that I've seen in a really long time. That sky was just bright orange, blazing fire, ready to roast hot dogs or whatever you have. And then, after it was dark enough, we went out to look at the fluorite as it glows under a long wave UV light. And that was fun too. But this is what this stuff looks like, just laying on the dump piles, which was pretty cool that they let me do this because just seeing it was amazing. Cleaning up the fluorite. All of this should be taken off by the iron out. All that yellow staining. Really thick crust. I gotta rinse that one off some more. But all of that stuff out there has all come out of this. I have this one here you can see after they're soaked or while they're soaking. They're just covered with the clay, because that clay is thick. Decomposed granite clay, feldspar thick clay on these makes kind of a mess. A lot of iron in the granite, of course, leaves the staining because of how beautifully purple they are. You can tell how much iron is in the system. So if there's this much iron in the country rock when they were forming, of course there's going to be iron as that country rock around them dissolves. So of course there's going to be iron on them as that country rock disintegrates on either side of the fault line. So these are going to be cleaned up. These have already soaked for 24 hours in a bucket of just water and soap. There's a little bit of stuff left. And then I'm squirting them off more, going to brush some of them, and then stick them in iron out for a little bit and then see how well they do. Cleaning these worked wonders. All of the clay scrubs off after they've been soaked in water with a little bit of soap, but soaking them in iron out and then a nice clean rinse afterwards just takes all of that yucky iron staining away. I'm so pleased. The bright purple colors mixed with the opal inside of them is amazing. And I even got a couple of the pieces with that beautiful purple rind on top. And you can see how the opal mixes in with the purple fluorite here. These slabs turned out awesome. All the brecciation of the fluorite happened with a second event. So the fluorite was deposited, an event happened, it broke it up, and then the opal moved in between all of those pieces. These are my favorite slabs that I cut. They're stunning. They have that beautiful teal blue color mixed in with all of the purple and then the white fluorite in between and the opal on the bottom. Now, I will be selling some of the material that you see here on my website, so I do hope that you guys go check it out. I need some recuperation for gas money. But some of these slabs I will, of course, be keeping for myself because they polish up amazing and make beautiful jewelry. Now this, some of their awesome looking Palladian stone was amazing. I couldn't believe how cool all of this looked. And just look at those. And they fluoresce amazing. Bright purples and blues. So if you have a fluorescent light box of a long wave UV light, they work awesome. I mean, just look at the color. Oh, and I even tumbled some of it because I just had to. I had the little leftover pieces and I wasn't gonna let them go to waste in any way. But some of the green stuff in there is actually from New Mexico and it was left over from years ago of stuff I hadn't tumbled, and then I had enough to tumble it. Anyways, long story short, the green stuff didn't come from the Pleiades Mine. But these purple ones are awesome. They're super, super shiny, and actually all the fractures sealed up pretty well. I love all of the little phantoms in there so that you can see the actual cubic formation. Overall, best trip, so stunning, and I hope you guys check out some of the pieces and grab some for yourself.
You guys, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something and enjoyed finding this beautiful fluorite. And I hope you come out here for yourself because this place is truly amazing with what you can discover. I can't believe how beautiful some of those pieces turned out. And you can come find them too. All the information you need is in the description below. So come talk to Vince and Michelle. They would love to see you guys out here. So thank you so much again for joining me on this adventure, and I'll see you on the next one.